I am pleased to have this opportunity to participate in this UPR session. The Commission is concerned about the significant impacts of COVID-19 on older people in Australia. The majority of Australia's COVID-19 deaths have been people over the age of 70 living in residential aged care facilities. It is important that aged care provision respects the human rights of older people and that decisions are made on the principle that all lives, regardless of age, are of equal value. COVID-19 has also seen an increase in the social isolation of older people and has increased the stress and financial pressures on adult children. Both of these are known to be key risk factors for elder abuse in the community. Elder abuse can be financial, physical, social, psychological, sexual, or neglect. Financial elder abuse is the most prevalent form in Australia. It can range from pressuring an older family member for money, taking extra money when paying their bills or buying groceries, to pressuring an older person to change their will. In 2019, the Australian Government launched the National Plan to Respond to the Abuse of Older Australians 2019 to 2023. The Commission welcomes the steps being taken under the plan to help address the growing problem of elder abuse. The Commission has also run a social media public awareness campaign on elder abuse during COVID-19. The Commission has recommended that the Government implement recommendations from the Australian Law Reform Commission's report, Elder Abuse, a National Legal Response. In particular, the recommendations for nationally consistent powers of attorney and a national register. In 2019, the Commission published the background paper, Older Women's Risk of Homelessness, which outlined that between 2011 and 2016, older women were the fastest growing cohort of homeless Australians. You can read the background paper on our website. The number of older women accessing homelessness services in Australia is increasing, with 63% increase in the 5 years leading up to 2018. Women who experience homelessness have poorer outcomes across a range of domains, including physical and mental health, emotional well-being, nutritional outcomes, employment outcomes, long-term economic well-being, and relationships. For women with children, the effects are likely to be intergenerational. Initiatives and policies need to address the availability of affordable housing, as well as challenging other broader economic, structural and cultural barriers in order to advance older women's housing and their economic security. The Commission has recommended that the Government develop solutions to reduce women's risk of homelessness. By 2054, the number of Australians over 65 is expected to double. However, the number of older people currently taking part in the workforce in Australia is low. People over 55 years and over make up roughly a quarter of the population, but only 16% of the total workforce. In May 2016, the Australian Human Rights Commission published the final report of Willing to Work, National Inquiry into Employment Discrimination against Older Australians and Australians with Disability. You can read this on our website as well. The inquiry highlighted that despite older workers contributing significant value to the workplace, older people are facing widespread discrimination in employment. Older Australians face barriers to find and keeping a job, and negative assumptions and pervasive stereotypes about older people contribute to these discriminatory practices. For example, people aged 55 to 64 spend on average 36 weeks looking for work until they find employment, compared to an average of 14 weeks for all age groups. And the median time unemployed for people 55 to 64 spent searching for work is 166 weeks. The Commission has recommended that the Government reduce workplace discrimination against older Australians and continue to implement the recommendations from our Willing to Work report. Thank you for this opportunity.